Ria TV, True FM.
Say Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
what's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Walker if you don't organize yourself in a respectful manner, we'll take your paper like
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
Some news summary of 12. My name is Hansen the Represent. Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life, that's what you see. I live a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life, that's what I live, you know, with my family and
I have a lot of interest in the health sector, the educational sector, and the agriculture sector. Roads, connecting roads.
Yeah, we are calling international community to come to intervene for us because, like I just stated previously, we don't know who to trust.
Always make sure to turn on to our
Ria TV and listening to True FM 96.1.
A pleasant good evening. Welcome to News Desk. 45 minutes of news from Liberia and other parts of the world. Today is Monday, January 6, 2025. My name is Marka Davis. Presenting this news program is powered by EcoBank Liberia Limited and Orange Liberia. In the top stories we are following tonight, President Joseph Boakai, as head of a high-level government delegation, departs Liberia to attend the inauguration ceremony of Ghana's President-elect John Mahama. Monrovia City Court finally transfers defendant Bill Jala's murder case to Criminal Court A due to lack of jurisdiction. As the 55th legislature officially closes its first section, Majority Speaker Richard Kuhn called for rehearsal for new members of the legislature to enhance their functions in the first branch of government. And out of Liberia, 5 young Kenyan men, including a popular cartoonist who went missing just before the Christmas holidays, have been found alive, family members and rights groups say. The details of these developments, including the bulletin of news, voices of newsmakers, sports, are all packaged on this edition of News Desk. We're taking a short break to be back.
Across Africa, a new era has begun.
Well, thanks for rejoining us. At this point, we cross over to Naketa Roberts to bring us the news bulletin.
President Joseph Boakai, as head of a high-level government delegation, has departed Liberia to attend the inauguration ceremony of Ghana's President-elect John Mahama. The Vice President-elect Jane Opoku Ayema. The executive mansion says the invitation underscores the strong bond of friendship and cooperation and that have long existed between Liberia and Ghana. The release added that the invitation also reaffirmed both nations' commitment to fostering regional unity, promoting democratic governance, and advancing development in West Africa. According to the Liberian presidency, President Boakai's participation in this signifies Liberia's steadfast dedication to regional peace, stability, and mutual cooperation. While in Accra, President Boakai is expected to engage with fellow heads of state, dignitaries, and international partners to strengthen Liberia's diplomatic ties and exploit opportunity for continuing bilateral and multilateral cooperation. the executive mansion says the president is accompanied by First Lady Katomo Boakai, as well as senior government officials, including Foreign Minister Sarah Beslo Yanti, Information Minister Jeremy Pia, Minister of State with our portfolio, Mamaka Ability, among others. While the president is away, Honorable Sylvester M. Grisby, Minister of State for Presidential Affairs, will chair the cabinet in consultation with the vice president, while in constant contact with the president. President Boakai is expected to return to Liberia on Wednesday, the 8th of January, immediately following the inauguration ceremony. The Monrovia City Court has finally transferred defendant Bill Jala's murder case to Criminal Court A. The court on Monday said it forwarded defendant Jala's case due to lack of jurisdiction over the matter. Our CR judicial correspondent said the court's confirmation will shortly witness prosecuting lawyers returning to the grand jury of Montserrat County in a couple of days to indict the defendant on allegation of murder. Defendant Jala, who is currently at the Monrovia Center Prison, is accused of killing his girlfriend, Princess Zoe, at the Fast Echo Entertainment Center in Painesville. The 38-year-old defendant reportedly stabbed his lover 7 times with a knife and was pronounced dead upon arrival at the ELWA hospital, the police investigation report claims. The police account also revealed that the defendant also stabbed his sister, Komasa Jala, who was on the scene with his girlfriend but was admitted at the ELWA hospital. The defendant charges include murder, criminal attempt to commit murder, and aggravated assault. House Speaker Richard Cohn is calling for rehearsal for new members of the 55th legislature. Speaker Cohn said most of the colleagues from the 53rd and 54th were replaced with new individuals in the 55th after losing their various seats. As such, some of the new lawmakers need rehearsal when it comes to legislative politics. According to him, his visit to Ghana is an opportunity for him to lobby with his regional colleagues for some members of the Liberian legislature to travel to Ghana and gain some experience from their Ghanaian counterparts. At the same time, the House Majority Speaker Richard Cohn has described as a milestone the decision taken by 4 members of the majority bloc, as the minority bloc, to join the majority bloc. Representative Smo Moba of Montserrat District 3, Representative Edwin Ato Wed of Maigibi County District 3, Romo Kuya, Sano County District 1, and Presidia Corpora of Montserrat County District 5 were seen in section of the majority bloc during Monday closing section. Speaking to reporters at the Roberts International Airport in Maigibi, Richard Cohn disclosed that the majority bloc is doing everything possible to have their remaining colleagues join them aimed at carrying on the Liberian people business. The 55th Liberian legislature has officially closed its first section following a 3-week extension granted to facilitate the completion of key legislative matters. According to the Director of Press of the House of Representatives, Robert Haynes, the legislature was initially scheduled to adjourn on Friday, December 13, 2024. Haynes said as part of the closing activities, the Deputy Speaker Thomas Falla presented a comprehensive statistical report outlining the number of bills passed, those submitted for consideration, and those still under review in committee rooms. According to Robert Haynes, the legislature is expected to resume Monday, the 13th of January 2025, in consonance with Chapter 5, Article 32 of the 1986 Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, which provides that the legislature shall assemble in regular session once a year on the second working Monday in January. Amid huge positive public reaction to the appointment of Dr. Lily Myean as president of the University of Liberia, or Liberian scholar and advocate Wonto Tia Wonto has expressed his opposition to the appointment. Wanto is arguing that local Liberian talents must be promoted in such crucial position. He told a radio interview on Monday that his opposition is not on the basis of hatred against foreign nationals working in Liberia, but promoting the local talents. According to him, appointing a Liberian to the position will ensure the changing of the country's education narrative. Wanto Tied, who is the executive director of Scholarly Path Center for African Studies, emphasized the need to give such position to Liberian citizens over foreign nationals to bring a sense of pride and patriotism to the country. He, however, described the appointment of Dr. Lady Myean by President Boakai as fundamental mismatch. The trial jury of the 15th Judicial Circuit Court in Bapulu County has delivered a hung verdict failing to convict or acquit defendant Peter Cannon on allegation of statutory rape. The jurors on Monday came down with a hung verdict following a week-long legal battle in that jurisdiction. RCI judicial correspondent said 8 of the 12-man panel jurors voted for acquittal, while 4 voted for conviction. Our judicial correspondent said the jurors' divided verdict has compelled Mr. Wise to announce a new trial as provided by law. Judge Wise also said defendant Peter Cannon will remain in prison until he is retried and the matter disposed of. The 35-year-old defendant was accused of raping his 12-year-old stepdaughter in Bapulu City, Bapulu County, in 2024 and was later indicted by the government in the same year for statutory rape. Campus-based Student Unification Party has threatened to disrupt the State of the Nation address should the University of Liberia fail to open on the January 13 deadline. Recently, the University of Liberia, through a release, announced the resumption of academic activities at the university following series of meetings with stakeholders. Speaking at a press conference on Monday, the Secretary General of SUB, Odysseus Moba, called on national government to ensure the immediate opening of the institution as promised on January 13, 2025. According to Moba, the administration of the University of Liberia had promised to open the school since November 18, 2024, but failed because of the challenges facing the state-run university. He said SUB trusts the administration's statement of opening the university on January 13 with the many challenges, including welfare of instructors, renovation of various campuses, among others. Moba is therefore calling on President Boakai to ensure that the university authority live up to the promise, or there will be no State of the Nation addressed. Education officers around the country have distanced themselves from a petition filed on their behalf by the chairman of the Independent National Commission on Human Rights, Councillor Dempster Brown. Councillor Brown recently filed a complaint against the Ministry of Education to the Supreme Court on behalf of aggrieved VEOs on grounds of alleged unlawful replacement. Reacting to Councillor Brown's petition on Monday in Painesville, the education officers through Montserrat County Left Bank 2B DEO Abraham Siawe disassociated all DEOs from Councillor Brown's petition, noting that they did not complain the Ministry of Education to Councillor Brown. Reading the education officers' petition, Abraham Siawe described Councillor Brown's petition as fraudulent, stressing that it has the propensity to pressure legal actions against those involved. The education officers have meanwhile given a 72 hours ultimatum to Councillor Brown to withdraw his petition, thus threatening legal actions if he fails to do so. Report says massive preparations are ongoing in Nema County ahead of the burial of the late Senator Prince Johnson. Senator Johnson, who died on the 28th of November 2024 after reportedly falling at his home in Painesville, is expected to be buried on the 18th of January in Ganta State, Nemba County. RCA Nemba County correspondent revealed that massive cleanup exercises are ongoing in various cities across the county, including the renovation of the welcome stand in Sokopa, ahead of that's according to our correspondent. The body of Senator Prince Johnson is expected in the county by the 15th of January to be taken to several cities to allow citizens pay their last respect before the burial in Ganta on January 18, 2025. Senator Prince Johnson was elected to the Liberian Senate in 2005 and served as Senator of Nemba County up to his death in November 2000. That's 2024. That's the bulletin of news. Is back to you, Marka.
Well, thanks to Naketa Roberts for bringing us the bulletin of news tonight. It is a regular feature here on News Desk. If you're just joining us, one of the top stories we are following tonight, Monrovia City Court finally transferred defendant Bill Jala's murder case to Criminal Court A due to lack of jurisdiction. Let's bring you this first development. The Majority Speaker of the House of Representatives, Richard Cohn, is calling for rehearsal of new members of the 55th legislature. Speaker Cohn said most of their colleagues from the 53rd and 54th were replaced with new individuals in the 55th after losing their various seats. As such, some of the new lawmakers need rehearsal when it comes to legislative politics. According to him, his visit to Ghana is an opportunity for him to lobby with his regional colleagues. For some members of the Liberian legislature to travel to Ghana and gain some experience from their Ghanaian counterpart.
To take advantage of international trips to be able to connect my colleagues that leadership, not only trying to office or environment as a fact of course, repetition somewhere, the speaker of Ghana as well. So, during the manifest relationship, so it's very heartbreaking, put together with other accidents on the past. So, really, with my colleagues, so places so it's always and rush the city organization of the spirits, but the 52 to the second, so the participate in the section of legislature concern with the spirits and some of the effort to locals to also exchange the beneficial relationship with
Yes, House Majority Speaker Richard Cohn there speaking at the Ravels International Airport upon departing the country to attend the inauguration ceremony of Ghana's President John Mahama. At the same time, the House Majority Speaker has described as a milestone the decision taken by 4 members of the majority bloc to join, or the minority bloc to join the majority. Representatives Sumo Mova, Ellen Atore, Romeo Kuya, and Priscilla Cooper joined their colleagues in section during the closure for the first section of the 55th legislature.
I'm also going along with Chairman on Foreign Affairs, who is on the naked PA for the country. So both colleagues will be accompanying us at the program tomorrow. They'll be departing late this evening with the commercial flight. I'll go along with the president of this flight. Our endeavors to compete at the legislature, especially the House of Representatives, and I think I'll find an appropriate time to give you an exclusive interview in return.
He is the Majority Speaker of the House of Representatives, Richard Kuhn, there speaking today. Well, the Chair on Rule, Orders and Administration, Representative James, has confirmed that the State of the Nation address will not be delivered at the joint chambers of the legislature due to renovation works. Well, he spoke to reporters in Monrovia today.
Actually, in the committee, we have resolved that solar will not be provided from Region 2. That is up to you know, saying that it is not to do renovation work for now, territorial working money, everyone across the time, and suspended. They have a responsibility to reconcile us as well. Because if, take for instance, I see that I offended front page article, that left front page article to take a decision against me. I must put a salary more. So I'm saying, I think I listed names so I have talked to personally, right? It's not normal for instance, I talked to him personally.
Well, he is the chairman on the House's Committee on Rules, Orders and Administration, Representative James Cole. They're speaking. Well, today, the 55th Liberian Legislature officially closed its first section. This followed a 3-week extension granted to facilitate the completion of key legislative matters. The Director of Press at the House of Representatives, Robert Hines, has been explaining more to RCR News.
The representative has officially adjourned its first session in accordance with the rules and procedures governing this caucus body. So the adjournment followed a 3-week extension granted to allow for the completion of key legislative matters. So the legislature should have closed on the 30th of December 2024. Because some of the impacts that took place and the delay in doing the work of the Liberian people, the leadership of the House tried to look, let's extend up to 3 weeks. So We extended from the 30th of December up to today, the 6th of January, to do the work of the Liberian people. So today we had to close. Yes, we closed today. And in keeping with the Constitution of Liberia, the second working Monday in January, we had to resume. And so we closed for just a week. But next week, Monday, we are off capital to do the work of Liberian people. And the closure of today's session, because the speaker the speaker did not end the session closure, he had to run. Of course, he's being invited by the speaker of the Ghanaian parliament. So he have a delegation of two other legislators joining him, the chairperson on foreign affairs, Honorable Neka Gay, and then the chairperson on executive, Representative Sekou Kane, join him. They're off to Accra, Ghana now to participate tomorrow in the inauguration of the president and vice president-elect of Ghana. So the section had to go on with the deputy speaker presiding. So the deputy speaker, in fact, matter of fact, proposed a reconciliatory retreat because of the impasse that have been taking place at the legislature to have people from the other side. Everybody got to come together to see Liberia move forward. And let me say this: even today at the closure, we saw some of the representatives that were very close to the former speaker, Jeff Onati, in presence of Representative Ellie Ato Red. She came today in section. The likes of Representative Sue Bobat of Mosurado Electoral District number 3. He was also present in section today. Representative Priscilla Cooper of District number 5, Mosurado. She was also present in section today. And Representative Thomas Rumukuyat of Sano County Electoral District number 1. And this is basically about making sure that reconciliation is a way forward to Liberia move forward.
He is the Director of Press at the House of Representatives, Robert Haynes, speaking. Amid huge positive public reactions to the appointment of Dr. Leila Myean as president of the University of Liberia, a Liberian scholar and advocate, Wento Tia Wento, has expressed his opposition to the appointment. Wento is arguing that local Liberian talents must be promoted in such crucial position. He told a local radio interview on Monday that his opposition is not on the basis of hatred against foreign nationals working in Liberia, but promoting the local talents.
The decision on having a foreign president for our university. I think my opposition is now the basis of the candidate. I have no issue with foreign nationals working in Liberia. I just think we have to set a value system. I think we have to set primarily a fundamental national pride that is fully driven by patriotism, a belief and trust in our own potential to change the narrative in our country. And that said, I also think that in every way possible, this must be a president that we set in our country, not unique to a specific or government sector, but unique to our own country as an institution. And this is in Ghana, the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. Check the history of their chancellor, the vice chancellor. They are all Ghanaians. The current chancellor of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science is a Ghanaian. You have to look at the regional context. What are other universities doing? Who are serving? If you live in the U.S., you have to have a resident permit to work in certain areas. You have to be a citizen to get certain federal jobs. So it's not just unique to Liberia. Even in the UK, they have adopted principles of systems that to some extent promote that share of unique identity for their own citizens. And that's where my opposition is. I don't have any issue with foreign nationals. I just think this is fundamentally a mismatch. We miss a very critical point to set up.
Wento is the executive director of Scarlet Path, a Center for African Studies. They're opposing to the recent appointment of Dr. Myean as president of the University of Liberia. However, she's been receiving huge support from stakeholders in the country, including Bapolo County Senator Amara Kone, who is calling on Liberians to give her the needed support to deliver on her mandate as given her by the Board of Trustees and the President of the Republic of Liberia. Still on the campus of the University of Liberia, the Student Unification Party has threatened to disrupt the State of the Nation address if the University of Liberia fails to open on January 13 deadline. Recently, the University Authority, through a release, announced the resumption of academic activities at the university following a series of meetings with stakeholders. Speaking at a press conference, the Secretary General of SUP, Odysseus Moba, called on national government to ensure the immediate opening of the institution as promised on 19th January.
This party was very clear. Today, we will be very decisive in launching the immediate opening of school January 13th. For the fact that the party have come up to ensure that Baka here, the voice of the student, you can rest assured that the struggle remains uncompromised. But going forward, the Vanguard Student Education Party will be lucky, keen, to serious and lead to the opening of school. As far as we are concerned, we cannot trust the administration pronouncement of January 13th for the fact that the same administration told us November 18th, school going to open. Student came here. Unfortunately, we did not see any faculty going to class. For the fact that the Faculty Association has not made position going by the class, for the fact that we cannot see a proof calendar either. For the fact that there is no functionality on the campus of the University of Liberia, they clearly say that the administration is playing full on Liberian people. And so they will be at the beginning of revolution. And the biggest revolution will be January 13th. The biggest revolution will be January 13th. The Vanguard Student Education Party has never shied away from responsibility. And those who think that because the government keep the power during the time of glow, during the time of trouble, today on the scene, we are seeing a Speaker Joe, a man who is showing no interest in uplifting the young people of this country, a man whose interest is more relying in politicians as opposed to the education sector of this country. We saw when the legislator president was praying, the next day, the legislator on the governor of Joseph Parker.
Well, he is the Secretary General of the Student Unification Party at the University of Liberia, Odysseus Moba, there speaking during a press conference today. Well, with little past the half-hour mark, this is a reminder you are listening to 45 minutes of news from Liberia and other parts of the world. Let's now welcome Edwin Patapoyan to bring us sports tonight on News Dex.
Good evening, Marka, and good evening, everyone. Mate Barrow Football Club achieved their tail league victory of the season on Sunday, January 5, 2024. The Rollers defeated league leaders FC Fasel 4-3, ending the Soccer Missionaries' impressive 13 games unbeaten streak. The second phase of the 2024-2025 Liberia Football Association First Division League kick-off over the weekend with a magical performance from the Rollers. They secured a dramatic 4-3 home victory over FC Fasel at the famous Doris Williams Sports Stadium in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County. 18-year-old Strakot William Myean made a remarkable return to form by scoring 4 goals, helping Mate Barrow clinch their tail league win since the start of the 2024-2025 league campaign. Myean equalized for the home team in the 27th minute after Josiah C. had put the visitors ahead in the 15 minutes. Just 3 minutes later, Kemet gave Mate Barrow a 2-1 lead with his goal in the 30th minute, leading the team into a halftime with a comfortable 2-1 advantage. 5 minutes into the second half, Robin Hinn equalized for FC Fasel, but Kemet again quickly responded, scoring again in the 60th minute to put Barrow ahead. Once more in the 78th minute, Josiah C. Nimba County son scored his second goal, leveling the scoreline at 3-3. However, Roland Kemet remained the star of the show, netting the match-winning goal in the final moments, specifically in the 90+8 minute, securing a historical win for Barrow over FC Fasel. Despite this victory, Mate Barrow remains in the relegation zone with 11 points from 14 league games, while FC Fasel stays at the top of the league table with 31 points after match day 14. Mate Barrow will be looking up to continue their fast start to the second phase when they welcome that's play away to Freeport FC on Wednesday, January 8 in the feature, where they previously achieved a 4-2 victory in the first leg. The match will take place at the Dusa Field in Gardnersville Township with a kickoff at 4 p.m. local time. Meanwhile, FC Fasel will host Painesville FC at the venue where they lost 4-3 against the Rollers, the Doris Williams Sports Stadium in Buchanan, Grand Bassa. Liska FC came from behind twice to secure a 2-2 draw against Global Farmer during match day 14 of the Liberia Football Association First Division League on Sunday evening at the Tusa Field. Emmanuel Flomo scored a late goal, his second of the night, to deny Henry Dia and Global Farmer what who have been an impressive away win for the Pharmacy boys. Flomo, who showcased the qualities of an ideal striker, once again saved Liscar FC with his performance. With a brace against Global Farmer on Sunday evening, Emmanuel Flomo has now increased his goal tally to 14 goals in 14 league games since joining the Shaping Boys in September 2024. Despite the 2-2 draw at home, Liscar FC moved up to 5th position on the league table with 21 points for 14 league games, while Global Farmer is positioned at number 8 with 20 points from 14 league games. Liscar will be away to Heaven 11 FC on Wednesday at SKD practice pitch in Painesville, while the boys from Nuku Town will welcome LPRC audience in a mouth-watering encounter just before the county kickoff. Other results of match day 14 in the Liberia Football Association 4th Division League are Watanga 3, Bay Mountain 2, Shatta 0, Blackman Warrior 0, Heaven 11 2, and RE 1. Freeport FC 1, LPRC Others 1. Stay at the local football halls. The Liberia Football Association LFA has imposed a $10,000 United States fine on Jubilee FC for following the discovery that the club submitted a fraudulent business registration document to the LFA. The penalty, according to the LFA, comes after an investigation into the club documentation, which was found to be in violation of the rules and regulations of the LFA. The LFA stated in a letter to Jubilee on January 2, 2025, the LFA stated that the action constituted a clear violation of the approved club licensing book of sanctions and the rules and regulations governing the association. The communication added that due to the violation and in accordance with the stipulations outlined in the book of sanctions, the $10,000 United States fine was imposed. And away from home, Arsenal manager Minky Atata says teenager attacking midfielder 18th Nauri will be out for a few weeks with a muscular injury. The 17-year-old came up at halftime in Saturday's 1-1 draw at Brighton after scoring the game opening goal. The England Under-19 international made his first Premier League start 3 days earlier during the Gunners' 3-1 win at Bradford. That's it for the sports.
Well, sports is a regular feature here on News Dex. Thanks to Edwin Batafoyan for bringing us the passion of life tonight on the news program. In more news, report says massive preparations are ongoing in Nema County ahead of the burial of late Senator Prince Johnson. Senator Johnson, who died on 28th November 2024 after reportedly falling at his home in Painesville, is expected to be buried on 18th January in Ganta City, Nema County. RCR Nema County correspondent Myean Flomo has been telling us more.
Who is very instrumental, couple with other people who are making sure that the Senator Prince Johnson is giving the befitting burial. The Nima Legislative Caucus, the county administration, the people in Nima, so far what we are seeing is we are seeing a lot of changes in the county when it comes to developmental activities, beginning with Sokopa, where is the official interest to Nima after your first born county by the St. John. Remember, every time the county officials or even president coming to the county, the chiefs, the elders, the people of the county will always stand on the mirror to just welcome these people. But this time, it's been changed around. When you enter the Sokopa, you get to all see that the compound that is being renovated, massive renovation is going, is taking place currently, so that when guests come, they will no longer stay on the road, but they will rather enter into that place and that reception will be given. Besides that, in Sanibule, which is the official capital of Nema County, when you come now, you get to understand that Sanibule with the road construction, Sanibule have a very detailed ministry. So the superintendent has in fact plenty of trees. One of the things that will give the street a beautiful lift. The superintendent compound is massively developed. Even the county administration office also developed. As we speak, the people of Campley are also developing and making sure that Campley City is giving the beautiful facelift. Sackley is also doing the same. And remember that the last boy will be in Ganta, where the last wicket will be held in the various ceremonies take place. When we be informed that on the 14th, the body will be taken from the Samuel Struggle Funeral Home, and it will be taken to the capital building. So on the 15th, the remains of the Senator Prince Yobi Johnson is expected to arrive in Lima by this time. By this time, should be here. Remains will be taken to Sanibule directly, and after a few times, the Sanibule at the City Hall, it will be taken to Campley, where they will have an official wakekeeping in Campley in Beligate, that's district number 3, and then the remains of the Senator, the last day will be taken to Sackley. I'm not too sure whether they're going to pass through Campley, passing by Pound City, other location, Finegly, Filegly, coming to Pound City, and then Sackley. And then in Sackley, there'll be another wakekeeping that will be on the 16th, and then on the 17th, will be another wakekeeping in Kanta, and then on the 18th, the Senator will be officially laid to rest.
Jan Flomo is RCA Nema County correspondent. Education officers around the country have distanced themselves from a petition filed before the Supreme Court on behalf of them by the chairperson of the Independent National Commission on Human Rights, Councillor Dempster Brown. Councillor Brown recently filed a complaint against the Ministry of Education to the Supreme Court on behalf of aggrieved DEOs on grounds of alleged unlawful replacement. While reacting to Councillor Brown's petition on Monday in Painesville, the education officers through Montserrat County Left Bank 2B DEO Ibrahim Siawe disassociated all DEOs from Councillor Brown's petition, noting that they did not complain the ministry to the Independent National Human Rights Commission chairman.
2025, our attention was drawn to a purported letter dated November 26, 2024, in order will be communications addressed to Councillor P. Dempster Brown, National Commission on Human Rights, Liberia, signed by an unknown persons on behalf of agreed EOs. The letter does not list the names of EOs who are allegedly aggrieved in seeking the intervention of Councillor T. Dempster Brown. But we are informed that the head of the Human Rights Commission has petitioned Justice Ikinos on behalf of all EOs to prohibit the deployment of newly vetted and recruited EOs to their areas of assignment. We, the undersigned, would like to categorically disassociate ourselves from the unsigned letter and hereby clearly state for the record that we are not a party to any group that allegedly petitioned Councillor T. Dempster Brown to execute a lawsuit on its behalf. We are not a party to the ongoing lawsuit, and Councillor T. Dempster Brown petition is not filed on our behalf. We have given him no such authority to bring a suit in our name or interest. This act is fraudulent and has the propensity to pursue legal actions against those involved. We do know that an open competitive recruitment process was executed, and as a result thereof, EOs that met the qualifications passed the test that was administered in the interviewed were recommended to the Minister of Education for recruitment and subsequently recruited.
Well, yes, that is the education officer of Montserrat County Left Bank to be Ibrahim Siawe there speaking on behalf of his members concerning a petition before the Supreme Court filed by Independent National Human Rights Commission chairperson Councillor Dempster Brown. Well, President Joseph Boakai, heading a high-power government delegation, has left the country for Ghana. Earlier, before leaving the country, the president signed the book of condolence for the late U.S. former president Jimmy Carter today at the U.S. Embassy near Monrovia. Jimmy Carter was the 39th President of the United States, and he died recently. That's on December 29, 2024. Well, folks, this is how we love to draw the curtains on tonight's presentation of News Decks. It has been a 45 minutes news presentation about Liberia and other parts of our one global village. But before we take leave of you, let's recap the top stories we followed tonight. President Joseph Boakai, as head of a high-power government delegation, departs Liberia to attend the inauguration ceremony of Ghana's President-elect John Mahama. Monrovia City Court finally transfers defendant Bill Jala's murder case to Criminal Court A due to lack of jurisdiction from the lower court. As the 55th legislature officially closes its first section, Majority Speaker Richard Coon calls for rehearsal for new members to enhance their functions in the legislature. And out of Liberia, 5 young Kenyan men, including a popular cartoonist who went missing just before the Christmas holidays, are being found alive, family members and right groups say. Many thanks to all of you for your listening. Well, thanks to those of you who follow us on Ria TV, on Facebook for your comments as well. Thanks to our reporters, correspondents, and all those who helped to make this edition of News Decks a success. Naketa Roberts read for us the bulletin of news. Edwin Batapoyan brought us sports tonight. Daniel Sonin sat at control and coordinated the sounds. Myean Torgbean has been behind the cameras. Thanks to our sponsors, Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited. My name is Marka Davis. Good night.
Ria TV, True FM.
Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll keep your later Liberia.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
News summary at 12. My name is Hansen Der Capuchin.
Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life that what you see. I live a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life that what I live. You know, with my family and
I have a lot of interest in the health sector, the educational sector, and the agriculture sector. Roads, connecting roads in this country.
Yeah, we are calling international community to come to intervene for us because, like I just stated previously, we don't know who to trust.
Always make sure to turn on to our
Ria TV and listening to Truth FM 96.1.
Ria TV, True FM.
In Ria TV, True FM.
On Ria TV,
into True FM 96.1.
What's the meaning of the black barrier?
The black barrier is to tell Joseph Bakala, if you don't organize yourself in a grateful manner, we'll keep your plate alive.
You might say what you want to say, but for us, we are here to make sure we build our country, that we are respected. We have donors that are coming because of the confidence.
News summary of 12. My name is Hansen Delta present.
Welcome to News and Analysis 30 minutes of news presentation about Liberia, Africa, and our one world.
Presenting this newscast is proudly sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited.
How is life after the presidency?
But before the presidency, the same life that what you see. I live a different life. You know, when I was not president, this life that what I live. You know, with my family and
I have a lot of interest in the health sector, the educational sector, and the agriculture sector. Roads, connecting roads in this country.
Yeah, we are calling international community to come to intervene for us because, like I just stated previously, we don't know who to trust.
Always make sure to turn on to our
Ria TV and listening to True FM 96.1.